Well, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Kelly from Kelly Counts Macros. Today we're talking about something that does not get enough attention in fat loss, muscle building, and honestly, just life in general. I am doing something different today. I'm walking on my walking pad. We have a walking challenge inside of the shred that's finishing up. And I cannot wait to announce the winner, which will be tomorrow, which is Tuesday, when this podcast comes out. I've had a lot going on in my life. Ben is graduating, and it's just a time of year where you just have so much going on, trying to live in the moment. And like they always say, the parent, don't blink. It's so true because it seems like just yesterday I was having him the hospital in Erie, Pennsylvania, and now he's 18 and graduating, and it's just crazy to me. We are inside of the Clubhouse membership having a free week. It just started today. So if you still want in on that, I will put the link in the show notes. We will be inside of the Clubhouse free all week with me and my sister Kate, the private trainer, all the different recipes. We have guides that are the gold mine, and going to be a lot of fun because we are going to hashtag stay on track, move our bodies, walk 8,000 to 12,000 steps, and get rolling because I know we all want to feel good for summer. So back to the topic, patience, not passive waiting, not I'll start when, not I'll be happy when. Real patience, the kind that actually transforms you. If you've ever felt stuck, like you're doing the work, but not seeing the results yet, like you're this weird in between, this episode for you. So let's talk about the question everyone wants answered. How long does it take? How long does it take to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds? And here's the honest answer. It depends, but probably longer than you want. And that's not a bad thing. Okay. So let's talk about the waiting room, because a lot of you are in it right now, waiting for results, waiting for the scale to drop, waiting to feel confident, waiting for life to calm down. And sometimes what happens in this space is you get paralyzed. You start to panic. You feel like it's not working. You start slipping into failure modes, quitting, all or nothing thinking, starting over. But here is the mental shift. And you know, I work a lot on the mental aspect. Waiting is not passive. Waiting is preparation. This waiting room you're in, it's not punishment. It's a workshop. It's where you are being shaped into the person who can actually sustain the results you say you want. So instead of asking, why am I not there yet? Start asking, what is this season building in me? What habits am I working on to make this sustainable? So let's break this down so you can actually apply it to your fitness, to your nutrition, to your life. First, thinking about the plan before the plan. Okay. Most people plan first, panic second, and reflect first. So instead, we need to pause first. We talk about that pause, that simple pause. So this real life example, you step on the scale, it's up 2 pounds. Immediately your brain goes, this isn't working. I need to cut calories. I need to eat less. I need to run more. I need to do more cardio, right? That's the reaction. That's the panic. So how you fix it, pause before you react. Take a breath, zoom out, ask, what do I actually know to be true? What do I actually know to be true? You tracked, you hit your protein, you followed the plan. That's your anchor. Then proceed from there, not emotion. Surrender the timeline. Surrender the timeline. You don't control how fast this happens, but you do control how consistently you show up. And if you swallow that magic pill of consistency, you'll see the results. Second, name what's broken. You cannot fix what you won't face. And this is sometimes hard to hear. A lot of you are trying to move forward with a cracked windshield. You can still drive, but your view is distorted. So let's go over a real life example. You keep saying, I just have no willpower at night. I have no willpower. But the truth, you didn't eat enough during the day. You skipped meals, you underate protein, you were too busy to eat, you were running off adrenaline, and by nighttime, your body is starving. And you start going through the pantry, eating goldfish and Oreos, getting into the freezer, grabbing the tub of ice cream. So that's not a willpower issue. That's a strategy issue. So how to fix it? Get honest with yourself. Look at your day. Are you eating enough protein? Are you skipping lunch because you're attending work, either functions or meetings? Are you spacing meals? Are you planning ahead? Fix the root, not the symptom. Name what's actually broken so that you can move forward clearly. Third, make your best decision, then let it go. And this is where people get stuck. You want guarantees, you want certainty, you want to know, if I do this, will it work? But that's just not how this works. So let's give a real life example. You're debating your macros, your workouts, your plan. You're consistently second guessing. Should I lower carbs? Should I lower my macros? Should I increase cardio? Should I switch programs? So instead of committing, you stay stuck. So how to fix it? Make the best decision you can with the information you have, and then commit to it for a period of time. And you can do this in small increments. Give it 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks of consistency. No tweaking, no overthinking. This is where the free week in the clubhouse comes in, so that we can show you exactly how to make a plan to lose weight, to reveal toned muscles through the summer. Okay? Give it 1 week free in the clubhouse, and then evaluate, right? Progress doesn't come from perfect decisions. It comes from consistent ones. So stop restarting, start committing. So the answer, right? How long does it take to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds? The honest answer, it depends, but probably longer than you want, right? Some of the most sustainable weight loss can happen at 0.5 to 1 pound per week. That puts you somewhere in the 6 to 9 month range for 30 pounds. That's if you have 30 pounds or more to lose. But sometimes longer, depending on life, hormones, consistency, how aggressive you're trying to be. And this is where people get tripped up. They want 30 pounds gone in 12 weeks. And then when it doesn't happen, they assume it's not working. No, what's actually happening to you is you've entered the waiting room. And this is where most people quit. Not because the plan failed, but because their patience did. This is where everything we just talked about matters, because fat loss doesn't happen in big, dramatic moments. It happens in the quiet, the repetitive, sometimes boring decisions you make every single day. It's the Tuesday where nothing exciting happens, but you still track your food. It's the Saturday where you could throw in the towel, but you pre-track your dinner and wine instead. It's the weeks where the scale doesn't move, but you still hit your protein, you still get your steps, you lift your weights, and that's faithful waiting. That's preparation. That's the workshop. And while you're focused on when will I lose the weight, your body's adapting, your habits are cementing in, and your identity is shifting into someone who can actually keep it off. So instead of asking, how fast can I lose 30 pounds? I want you to start asking yourself, can I be consistent for 6 months? Because that's the real question. Anybody can sprint for a few weeks or a few days, but can you stay on track when it's not exciting, when results slow down, when life gets busy? That's where the transformation lives. If you rush it, you don't build it. But if you stay in it, if you trust the process, if you adjust when needed and keep showing up, the timeline stops mattering, because you're becoming the person who doesn't quit, who never quits. And that's the person who loses the 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 200 pounds and never has to lose it again. So let me just bring this all together. You're not behind, you're being built. This season, where results feel slow, where it feels repetitive, where it feels like nothing is happening, this is where everything is happening. You're building discipline, you're building trust with yourself, you're becoming the person who doesn't quit. And that's the real win. So instead of panicking in the waiting, instead of panicking in the waiting room, be faithful in it. Track your food, hit your protein, strength train, get your steps in over and over and over again, because that's what creates the results. We celebrated a lot this week inside of the shred. I will be announcing the winner tomorrow. Please join the free week in the clubhouse. It's only for a week. I only open it up once a year to the public. So this is your time. It's free. Why not try it? Okay. Consistency is in the waiting, showing up even when the scale doesn't move. That's the work. This is what separates those who get results from those who keep starting over. If this episode hit you, please share it. And if you're ready to stop sitting in the waiting room alone and actually use it to your advantage, come join us in the clubhouse. That's where the accountability, the structure, and the support live. So you are not stuck. You're in the process. And remember, you're always doing better than you think you are.